So they're 13,000 years old?
Yeah.
13,000 years
Yeah.
old. I'm in the middle of the Amazon in the city of Manaus, and while I'm waiting for the motorcycle to be repaired, I thought I would take a small excursion. From Manaus, I'll take a plane downriver to the city of Santarém, and from there, I'll get on a boat to the town of Monte Alegre. Well, I've arrived in Santarém, and that boat right there, the white one, is what I'm going to be getting on to head to a little city in the middle of nowhere named Monte Alegre. So these guys behind me were able to sell me the tickets, and I've never been to this little town, but it's in the middle of nowhere. There's no way to get there except by ship. I'm now following the guy who sold me the boat ticket up this dirt road in the middle of a neighborhood to go find a hammock. Well, I was originally told that this boat would leave at 5 o'clock, and then I was told it would leave at 6 o'clock. Now it's past 7 o'clock and it still hasn't left yet. So I'm not sure when this boat is going to get there, but I have even worse news. What I just found out is that when I get to my destination, there may not be taxis there. And the city I'm going to is actually quite a bit away from the dock and where the boat ends up. So for now, I guess we'll just hang out in the boat and in the hammocks and wait. So now it's nightfall and the boat still hasn't left. And I have a feeling I'm gonna get stuck at the dock until morning, because it should, even if it left now, we wouldn't get there till like 10:30. And then it wouldn't be until about 6 or 7 in the morning before the taxis arrive. So I think I'm gonna try to work my magic and try to get a ride with another passenger into town. Also, I didn't book a hotel, and there's only 4 hotels in town, and from what I hear, they're impossible to get in unless you put in a reservation. So unless I have a reservation, I'm probably not gonna get a hotel. Yeah, if you're new to this channel, welcome to my life. I don't plan these things. In fact, that's the problem, is that I don't plan. But somehow it'll all work out. We're just gonna find out how this one's gonna work out. Well, I was the only one to get off the boat. All of those people behind me are getting on the boat, as well as all of this cargo has to get on the boat as well. So let's just hope there's a taxi here. All right, I lucked out. There's a motorcycle taxi here, and he's gonna take me to some hotel. I don't know what hotel, but I told him to take me to a hotel. So We're gonna find out if they have any rooms. All right, so we ended up at Hotel Janny. And is it Serrano or Alberto? Alberto?
Mandei chamar, ver se tem vaga, tá?
Yeah, we don't know what he said. Oh, by the way, it's raining, so let me try to figure out a room. All right, so the last hotel did not have any rooms. So now, oh, ow! That hurt. So now hotel number 3. So we tried, the Janny Hotel and the Shakarana Hotel or whatever. So now we're gonna try the Shalom Hotel. Hopefully this will work out. All right, so here it is. Hotel Shalon. We're about to find out if they have a room for me. Just got the answer, and the answer is no. All right, so there's 4 hotels in this city. We've got 1 left. Oh, and by the way, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So I might be sleeping on the streets tonight. I hope not, but it's possible. We'll see what happens. Actually, I'm really thankful I found this taxi driver. He's taken me all over the town, looking at 3 hotels so far. Nice guy. All for the whopping price of, let's see, $2. 10 reals, so $2. Oh, this is a winner here. The name of the hotel is Hotel Bomb Jesus. Bomb, by the way, means like good. The Good Jesus Hotel. Come on, hopefully Jesus will pull through for me and get me a room in this place. It looks kind of shanty, but I've stayed in worse. Bomb Jesus worked out. Not the greatest of rooms, but at least it's a room. Cleanliness scale probably is a 2, but at least I have a bed to sleep in and I can't complain. I'll get a little bit of sleep and see what I can find tomorrow and check out this little town and see what's in this little town, because I don't know. I've heard there's one thing that I came here to see, so I'll try to find that. If I don't find that, though, we're going to explore a little town together that you can only get to by the river. Welcome to the small town of Monte Alegre. And if you've never heard of this town, well, that makes 2 of us, because I've never heard of it either. But it's a little tiny town that's on the Amazon River that you can only get to by boat. Now, I did see a runway strip here, but it's only for the hospital. And I've been watching that runway strip all day to see if any private planes come in, and no, just for the hospital. I wanted to see how people that are kind of isolated live in the modern world. And fair enough, they actually have most modern things here that a small town would have, but everything comes by boat. So when you order something, it actually has to take a while to get here. The other thing that's here, though, is what I really wanted to see. And what that is there is some graffiti that is ancient here. And so I am working to try to get to see that ancient graffiti. Well, I've made it to the town square, Monte Alegre. And what I've noticed about this town is it's very safe, very family oriented, and nothing to do in town. Absolutely nothing. And there are a ton of gyms here. So because a lot of the people don't have anything to do, they get in shape and go to the gym, which is actually a good thing to see. Outside of that, people usually work between 8 and 12 and then come back to work at around 3 and work from 3 to 6 or 7 o'clock. If it's in a bakery or a restaurant, they'll work as late as 10 o'clock, but that's about it. There's not a whole lot of jobs here in the city, but the city doesn't seem to have a lot of homeless. In fact, I haven't seen any in this entire town. So obviously very community driven. And if you were going to retire, this actually wouldn't be a bad place, as long as you're not addicted to having things delivered to you right away in the mailbox, because nobody actually has mailboxes here. They have to go to the post office. or they need to go to the boat dock to pick up their packages directly. An interesting life. I'm glad I got to visit this place. I stopped by a local place to grab a bite to eat and got some meat and rice and what looks to be pico de gallo, which they would call salad. All the meat, by the way, in Brazil is served on skewers. I'm not sure why they cook everything on skewers, but it's always on skewers. Well, I'm in the hotel of Hotel Shekinah 2, because there's, I guess, 2 of them. And the proprietor here is a guy named Tony, who's Portuguese, and he happens to speak English. So I'm going to ask Tony about the city of Monte Alegre. So Tony, what can you tell me about this little town?
Monte Alegre is beautiful town. Is 100,000 people.
Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Okay.
Yeah, it's very small, but it's very good, very quiet town.
So is it difficult living in a town that you can only get things by boat? Because everything has to be imported through a boat, either through Macapara or Santorim or Belém or Manaus.
But, well, it's not about difficult. Just get time.
Yeah.
Get 2-3 days for you catch the market.
So I got a question for you. Does Amazon deliver in the Amazon?
It's good. You know,
Amazon. Have you ever ordered from Amazon?
Rio Amazon is for me is the big river on the wall. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I can say this, that the Amazon River is way bigger than you think it is. Yeah. Like the camera cannot pick up how big that river is. There's a lot of times when you're on the river that you can't see the other side of the river. It's so wide. It's so huge. It's like you're on a lake.
Some areas you can see one size and another size. And some areas you can see just water.
Yeah. So Tony, one thing I got to ask you about is Tony has visited 50 countries or more. Yeah. So he knows the world. Tony, why did you choose to live here in the Amazon, in this little city?
Well, because when I'm younger, not too younger, 17 years old, I left the house of my mommy in Portugal and go to England. I'm living in England 29 years. In 94, 94, I meet one girl, Monte Alegre girl.
Okay.
And 95, I married with the girl in London.
Wow, you didn't date for very long. November 4th of 94, and you married her by 95, huh?
Yeah, 1 year after.
And so then you married her here in Monte Alegre?
No, I meet the girl in London.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. I'm still in Brazil about this long story. Yeah, very, very, very big story. I say, Chris, just go for drink. Drink a pint of beer. I know, forgot that.
All right. Well, thanks, Tony. I appreciate it.
You too. Right. Thank you very much. You're very welcoming.
Thank you.
Stay with me there.
If you ever want to visit a small town in the middle of the Amazon, well, come to Monte Alegre. Both of them have much longer names than I can pronounce, so we've just cut it down to Ellie and Nacho. But we're at Pema right now, and we're going to be checking out some cave art or some cave graffiti. I'm not sure what it is. Kind of some cave paintings here at a place called Pema. So, Ellie, can you tell us a little bit about this place?
So the Pema was created in 2021 for the protect all this, the painting, the mountain, the tree.
All right, so we are going to head up that mountain and go check out some cave paintings.
I have been so many times in this local. Since I was a little kid, 60 years old, I came here with my parents. If you look this figure, which has the rail, it is connect with these three figures below. We have the line. Do you see?
Yes.
We have the line from this one to this one. We have the line from the to this one and to this one as well. Would you like to know what is me?
Yes. Yes.
But of course, no one know, because all the people believe that that figure, yellow and red, is
Yeah.
the moon. This figure is the sun, and this three figure should be the moon.
Okay.
Of course, no one make sure about this, but it's my opinion today. It's that this figure really the sun, and that
Is the moon?
is the moon.
It is a cow that is standing on the sun or something.
Yeah, yeah. I listen different thing about this
Yeah.
from the people, and I really would like to know and say for the people, it's this. We don't know. Someone who maybe is my relative did something complex and very clever.
Yeah. On the very top above the sun, you see another one.
Yeah,
What is that?
is look for two eyes and the nose
Yes.
and the mouth connect each other. Maybe is the human face.
And there's handprints all over the place.
Sorry.
A lot of people put their handprint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and with the aspiral inside the hand. Do you see?
Yeah. How old are these paintings?
The foot inside the cave, 13 years old. Is the date for the people getting inside the cave, the name Pedra Pintada.
But I mean, so they're 13,000 years old?
Yeah,
13,000 years
yeah.
old.
Because
Wow.
when the archaeology excavation, almost 2 meters down, they found the bones and the seeds, and they found the piece of stone, and in this piece we have the drop like that. Do you see? This is drop.
Yes.
This is drop from this,
Yeah.
and inside the cave is this way. So they paint him. So the drop don't drop
Yeah.
on the wall and drop on the floor.
Yes.
And they found this in a little piece of the stone inside the cave. The stone, they can't date, but they date the seeds,
Yeah.
the bones,
Yeah.
the
The seeds and
wood.
the bones, they can carbon date, and they came back at 13,000 years. That makes sense.
Exactly. So this way, they can't date when they start to make the paint.
It's the ancient version of a smiley face. there is a flamingo. It looks like a flamingo.
Yeah, we
And
don't
then-
have flamingo here, but yeah, maybe another bird
Yeah.
from the Várzea, the name
Yeah.
Garça. Is a white one,
Yeah.
big legs.
Stork.
Yeah.
A stork.
Stork.
And this one is a three-dimensional
Yes.
like skull because the nose comes out right where the
Yeah.
rock is.
Maybe the frog, maybe the turtle, maybe the another.
And then way up there, there's just two lines.
In the opposite side, this one, and after in the south as well. It's connect each other
Yeah.
like a family.
Yeah, it's all one line.
Yeah, maybe the old Monte Alegre family we can see somewhere.
A mom and a dad and a kid. And what is this?
Do you know that animal? There's this big animal with flying during the night, big eyes.
A bat. It's a bat.
No,
An owl?
owl.
Owl.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one. And
Is
the
it-
two figure which don't know.
Why is there a number 8 in the corner?
This one,
The number, the white number. Yes.
this one. This is. Do you see this?
Yes.
If you take out this, they two stay like that. It's a little insect.
Oh.
Do this
It's an
and,
insect does that.
and
Okay.
put the egg inside. Do you see here?
Oh yeah. Okay.
They do this and put the egg inside.
I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's an owl. You
Yeah.
think? You think
The
it's an owl?
archaeology said that is
Yeah.
a well, but
But you never know.
yeah, no one always. They ask me for me think about. Of course, there's no answer. If it was the same person, would do this three figure.
Yeah, it looks like two people on drugs with a lizard in the middle.
Yeah.
One carrying a bag and then a turtle at their feet. And two people high on something. This is level. This is how steep this climb is to get up here. It's very steep. This right here is level, and you can see how far below me he is. The camera's really not going to give you as steep as this is, but it is incredibly steep.
Say that this cave is from the god. Ita is the stone. Tupã is the god. And Oca is the house. So 3 words from Tupi to make the cave is the belong to the god.
This here is the stone that they use to make the paintings. You can see it's already coming off on my hand. But if you scrape it, or what they would probably do is take another stone and smash it into a powder and then mix it with something like egg white or something like that to get it to stick. But this is it here. It's quite the climb to get up here, but I cannot tell you how beautiful the mouth of this cave is. So, in my younger years, I actually did cave and mine extraction for search and rescue. So I have been in hundreds and hundreds of caves. But in all my life, I've never seen a cave opening as beautiful as this one. But the ceramics here are about 6,000 years old, maybe 7 at the most.
Yeah, is younger. Our ceramic is
Yeah.
younger. Do you see? Like a fish.
I see them, yes.
Mate. The fish.
Amongst the myriad of wasp nests.
Yeah. So many.
Yeah, I can see how you get a fish from that, yeah.
Yeah.
A fish that's looking at you.
Too close with it.
All of the bats up there. What is this called?
Jamaracaru
I will taste a little bit.
is a fruit.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's good. This one's beautiful. It's like a
I
star.
love this figure, yes.
This one is different. This looks like a brain to me with the spinal cord. This right here, that looks like it is a monkey with the tail and the long arms. And way up there is a scorpion. And what is that? I can't see it from my angle. Oh, yeah. I like this one. That's unique.
This milk
Yeah.
is very strong when you put in your...
It's the milk from this leaf here. So
Yeah.
if you break off
It's
a
very
leaf,
nice. Sukuba, the name.
Sukuba.
Yeah.
Now look, the milk is actually coming
And
out.
the pain, go.
It's a strong taste.
Yeah.
Very strong taste. So we stopped at this very interesting limestone structure, or sandstone, I'm sorry, sandstone structure. You can see that the base is weaker than the top, and so the top has actually protected the base from being eroded, because with sandstone, it just, it flakes off as you touch it. In the middle of nowhere, just this giant sandstone mushroom. Well, the road narrowed quite a bit, so we are now on foot, heading to, I don't know what we're heading to actually. I'm just following the path.
So I think we need to explore this local.
I think so too.
Ceramic.
There is pottery on the ground here. You can take this plant, take the seeds, and rub them together and get the oil. And then rub the oil on your skin, and the mosquitoes will stay away from you.
Take it for you. It's very good. This one.
It is good.
Yeah. It's much better when you take a lot
Yeah.
and you put together.
I can't describe the taste. The taste is almost like, it's like an oil kind of, and it's like a medicine, but it's like a fruit. I can't describe it.
Yeah.
There's a big bird that he is trying to show me, so we have to be quiet. What bird was that? What bird was it?
Yes. Whoa.
Oh, an owl.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, they were white.
Yeah.
They were beautiful. Wow, it's peaceful here. A cave where the owls live. How cool is this place?
Maybe it's the human face. You see the mouth?
Yeah, it's the smiley
the
face
mouth.
again.
Yeah. Maybe the eyes.
Yes. Holy cow, look at this. What is this? That is an enormous spider or something. That is larger than my hand. Way larger.
I need to show something to you.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay. Do you see?
Yes. It's a woman having a child.
Oh, the body. We can see in the back. We have only one line, but this one we have two lines to make the body. In this local, the Anna Roosevelt from your country excavation from the first time in this cave, and she found seeds, stones, and the bones from the animal, and the date was 11,000 years ago, and then the Brazilian excavation in another side this cave, and 2014, and now the date for people getting here, it's 13,000 years ago. The people get in this cave.
There are paintings all over this cave wall. If we look at the cave art, and we look at the cave art on the ceiling and how they put that on the ceiling, they're probably climbing trees to get to the ceiling, because there's a point at which the sun no longer hits that the trees probably didn't grow. And so you can't really get up there in the dark to put a cave painting, but the kids probably climb trees. And so I go back again to, what is this? Is this art? Is this ancient man trying to tell us something about his life? I doubt it. I really think that as an adult person, when something tragic happens to you or you want to tell the world something, you do it on a medium and it's important to you and you take your time with it, like pottery. And you look at pottery and you have fantastic art on pottery. But you look at cave art and it looks more like a place where the teenagers would come and the teenagers would put their mark. And so we may dissect these little things and say, oh, this means this or this means this. But honestly, you're probably looking through the eyes of a teenager who climbed a rock, made his mark. And they're cool marks, don't get me wrong. They're beautiful and they have lizards and animals and all of these things. But I don't think this is what a people were trying to tell the next generation. I think this is teenagers making their mark, because people who lived here were not stupid. And if we appoint this kind of thing to adult humans, then we kind of dumb them down. But to live in an area like this, you have to be smart. You have to know your plants very well. You have to know the stars. You have to know navigation through a jungle. You have to know all the animals. You have to know medicines. You have to know fire. You have to be smart. You can't be like a teenager, because you won't last here. These people would walk 100 kilometers to go get nuts. Think about that. That takes a smart person. That's not somebody who we should dumb down and consider less than us. These people probably knew and were probably better at survival than we will ever be.
This bigger for making catfishing.
Oh, for a fishing pole.
Yeah, it's very good. You look, it's very good, very strong,
Yeah.
and yeah, very straight. So people cut and make a fishing rod.
Yeah. It's called monkey's hand.
Yeah.
Look at the leaves when they start to form. They're very, very soft pink leaves. So we're hiking deep up this rocky trail to another mountain up here. Ellie's wearing me out. What is the name of this flower?
I don't know. From this is not a tree. It's like
A vine.
a vine. So
But you?
we eat. If you
Yeah, I'll
would
try.
like, you can try.
Some more rock paintings. Yes, the hands of teenagers and small children. That right there is a kid's hand. Let me put my hand up next to it.
Yes.
And you can kind of see that is a child. Well, an adolescent anyway.
12 years old. This
Yes.
one, 3, 4 years old. This
Yes. This is where the kids would put their graffiti up. Behind me, there's an argument here about what this is. The American archaeologist says a calendar. The Brazilian archaeologist said there's no way that that's a calendar. So here's my thoughts on it. You're not going to climb all the way up here just to mark a calendar. To be able to read it, you'd have to come all the way up here again. And you see little people's hands and you see teenagers' hands. In fact, the teenagers that were brave enough put their hands way up here and their little symbol. This, however, this looks like a game. Or maybe, hey, this is how many times I climbed this hill. Or it could be a map saying that in the middle where you see the lines could be this rock, and the X's around it could be the forest, and you can see the river goes through. I don't know, but I highly doubt that it is something as important as a calendar. Because think about it. You and me, if we needed to create a calendar, what would we put the calendar on? Let's say we don't have paper. We would make a plate or pottery, because we know these people definitely can make pottery, and we'd create the calendar on that. We wouldn't create a calendar way up here where you have to climb all of this way just to adjust your calendar every time. Because if that's the case, you're stuck here. You can't go hunting for food and have to come back here to mark another date on the calendar. I don't buy the calendar idea. I still say that all of this is teenagers coming up here and doing what teenagers for millennia and millennia and millennia have done. And that is putting their little mark on the world. We're climbing through a tree here to try to get up to the top of this here.
You can see.
There's a hole in this rock,
You can see there.
and the hole actually goes through the entire stone. Where? Oh, there, yeah,
Did you see?
yeah. Wow. That is a deep, deep.
It's a big machine.
Yeah, you can't see the end. But this stone that circle goes through is not a tiny stone at all. Wow, and look at the view.
Pregos.
Well, we made it back to the truck, and wow, that was quite the hike today. All day looking at teenager graffiti, but thanks to Ellie and thanks to Nacho for driving. What a great tour. What a really, really good tour. If you guys are ever in the middle of the Amazon, you might want to come here and check it out, because it's definitely something worth seeing. For now, I've got to head back to where am I? Monte Alegre. Monte Alegre. All right, that's where I'm at. From there, I've got to catch a boat back to Santorini, and then a plane to Manaus. And then we're not sure where from there. find a restaurant, the police have offered to take me. So, in the back seat of a police car, here we go.
Does it work well? Using the Google Translator, that's what I mean.
Oh, it works phenomenal. Yeah. You know, one kind gesture can wipe away a world of sins, and that's exactly what that police officer did. His name was Sergeant George, actually. And Sergeant George asked me about what I thought about the police here in Brazil. And I told him about what had happened to me in Guyana. And he not only apologized for his coworkers, but he eased me into thinking that not everyone is like that, and in every bunch of apples you're gonna have a bad apple, and he is totally right. It's amazing that in the quick interaction that I had with him, my whole thoughts of the Brazilian police have done a 180. Now, if you're not familiar what happened to me last year in Guyana, I'll link the episode below, but it's kind of a nice little reminder to us all that we all make mistakes, and just because you have bad interaction with somebody, it doesn't mean that all of your interactions are going to be bad with that person or that group. And so, wow, that guy was cool. He wouldn't let me interview him on camera, which I totally understand. He said he wasn't allowed, but thumbs up to Sergeant George and just his act of kindness, which I'm still all smiles about. Last season, I was at this exact same spot on the dock of Santarém, trying to find these pink dolphins. And this time of year, the end of the rainy season, the water is all the way up against the dock, because last season, if you remember, the water was way out there, so we couldn't see them. So let's go see if we can find these elusive animals. Well, I'm so glad I got to see the pink dolphins, and they're kind of hard to film because they just pop up and they go right back in. But that was quite the experience. You could actually sit there and watch them for all day, but unfortunately I have a plane to catch because I have to get back to Manaus, go get the motorcycle, and get on another boat. So I think it's time for me to head to the airport.